Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into a market that, well, it might fly under the radar a bit, but it's absolutely critical, a real driver in so many industries.
Yeah.
We're talking about the global fermenter market. Now, when you hear fermenter, maybe beer yogurt comes to mind.
Sure, Commerce Association.
But these things, these fermenters, they're like the foundational workhorses,
Yeah.
the essential gear behind everything from like cutting-edge biotech and pharma to the whole sustainable food revolution that's happening right now.
And what's truly fascinating here, I think, is just how foundational this market is and how quickly it's moving.
Right.
It might sound a bit niche, maybe, but the scale
Yeah.
and the projected growth, it's actually pretty surprising. These aren't just like big industrial tanks. They're enabling real breakthroughs, medicine, sustainable proteins, even new materials, biodegradable stuff. They're just critical for where so many sectors are heading.
And here's where it gets really interesting for you listening. Back in 2021, this market,
Yep.
valued at $1.44 billion.
Okay.
But the source we're looking at projects a surge, get this, to $3.73 billion by 2033.
That's quite a jump.
It is, registering an impressive 8.26% compound annual growth rate, a CGR of 8.26%. Now, for those of you tracking market trends, that's not just, steady growth. That signals something more fundamental, almost an explosion, an acceleration.
Exactly.
That 8.26% for us really flags a consistent climb that, well, it demands attention.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, that kind of acceleration, it doesn't just happen in a vacuum, right?
Yep.
The source points directly to three sort of major forces pushing this. First, there's the rising demand for biopharmaceuticals, think advanced targeted medicines.
Right.
Second, that global push for more sustainable food production, everything from plant-based alternatives to, new protein sources made through fermentation.
Big area.
Huge. And third, just the constant rapid innovation in the fermentation tech itself. It's not just about bigger vats anymore. It's smarter, more efficient, more versatile fermenters doing entirely new things.
So it's a mix of need and tech advances.
Precisely. A convergence of major global needs and the technology catching up, or even leading the way.
So, okay, what does this all mean for different parts of the world? How is this, you call it transformative growth, how's it playing out globally? Because when we look at these regional numbers, what jumps out isn't just who's growing, but maybe how they're using this tech differently.
That's a great point. The applications vary.
Let's start with North America. It's still a major hub, right?
Absolutely.
Set to more than double its market size, growing at a pretty solid 7.70% CAGR, expected to hit over $1 billion by 2033.
Yep, over $1 billion.
And the U.S., I imagine, is leading that charge.
No surprise there, yeah. The U.S. really dominates the region. Huge biotech infrastructure, lots of pharma R&D spending.
Makes sense.
But don't overlook Canada and Mexico. They're showing some real acceleration, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Canada's at an impressive 8.95% EGR, Mexico at 8.03%. That tells us there's broader industrial and food processing demand kicking in beyond just the big pharma players.
Interesting. Okay, so moving across the Atlantic, Europe. What's the story there?
Europe shows its own solid path, growing from about $270 million to over $661 million. That's a 7.61% CAGR.
Still pretty strong.
Definitely solid. And what's notable here are countries like France and Italy. They're really pushing forward with investments in food tech and bioengineering. Both are growing above 8% CAGR.
Ah, so food tech is a big driver there.
It seems to be, yeah. But maybe even more intriguing is this rest of Europe segment.
What about it?
The source highlights it as a real hotspot, a 9.22% CAGR.
Wow, higher than the regional average.
Exactly. It signals significant, maybe sometimes untapped, opportunities popping up across a wider part of the continent, new biotech hubs, new investment flowing in.
That's fascinating. Okay, so if Europe is robust, diversified growth, Asia-Pacific sounds like it's in a different league almost. Characterized as a powerhouse.
Yeah, powerhouse is the right word. This region isn't just growing, it's set to become the largest market global.
Our largest.
That's the projection. Rising from around $574 million in 2021 to an incredible $1.54 billion by 2033.
Huge numbers.
And the growth rate.
Yeah.
8.69% CAGR.
Okay, so who's leading that charge?
Well, India's really at the front, an impressive 9.49% CAGR.
Nearly 9.5%.
Yeah. Closely followed by Singapore at 9.26%.
Yeah.
And Southeast Asia as a block at 9.06%.
And what's fueling that surge?
Mostly, it seems, rapidly growing pharmaceutical manufacturing, think generics, biosimilars, and just expanding food processing sectors. The scale they're achieving is key.
Right.
And crucially, this rest of APAC category, it's identified as the fastest growing subregion on the planet.
Get out, really?
Yeah, an astonishing 10.53% CAGR.
Wow. What's behind that?
Rapid industrial expansion, plus really supportive government policies in many of those countries, that kind of growth, 10.53%, it really demands attention.
Absolutely. Okay, shifting gears. South America, what's the picture there?
South America is also projecting strong growth, expanding from just under $100 million to over $276 million. That's a 9.18% CAGR overall.
Also very strong. Higher than North America or Europe's average.
It is. And here, Argentina and the rest of South America categories show the most momentum. TGRs around 9.7% and 9.5% respectively.
And the drivers there, is it pharma too?
Less so pharma. More increasing use of fermentation tech in their agriculture and beverage sectors. Think innovations in sustainable farming, maybe new food products, specialized beverages.
Interesting niche applications driving growth. Okay. What about the Middle East?
Middle East sees steady, more strategic growth maybe, projected to hit about $127 million by 2033. That's a 6.84% CAGR.
Great.
The UAE really stands out, though, an 8.00% CAGR. Seems linked to their strategic investments in biotech, trying to diversify their economy.
Right, makes sense.
But maybe the most remarkable story, the real outlier in all this data, it comes from Africa.
Africa. Okay, tell me more.
This continent is set to nearly quadruple its market size.
Quadruple. From what base?
From a starting point of about $27.4 million, projected to hit over $100 million, $101.67 million by 2033.
That's incredible growth.
And it's achieving the fastest growth rate worldwide. An astounding 12.23% CAGR.
12%. What on earth is driving that?
Well, the source points to a combination of things. Rising adoption of food technology,
Okay.
the increasing availability of lower-cost equipment, maybe imports, and just a rapidly expanding, though still emerging, biotech sector across the region.
Wow.
It's really a testament to emerging economies grabbing these innovations and, adapting them in unique ways for their own needs.
That is remarkable. So, okay, let's pull back. Look at all this data, all these regions. What does it all mean for the global fermenter market overall? It seems, from all these numbers and stories, that this market is truly hitting, well, a transformative era.
I think that's exactly right. It's not just about small improvements or steady expansion anymore. It feels like a fundamental shift in how industries are innovating and responding to these big global demands.
Yeah.
Which, raises an important question for all of us, really. What are the absolute core drivers behind this widespread transformation?
Right.
And as we've seen, it boils down to that rapid innovation in the tech itself.
Yep.
The really profound regional diversification we just walked through, and just a massive surge in demand. From health, from food, from sustainability-focused industries all over the world.
Like a perfect storm.
It's a convergence, yeah. Needs and capabilities, meeting, and just reshaping industrial landscapes.
It really is incredible to think about how this equipment, right? This seemingly specialized niche technology quietly working away behind the scenes, how much it touches our daily lives. From the precision medicines keeping us healthy to the diverse, sustainable foods we're starting to eat more of, this market is enabling so much.
It truly is.
So as we wrap up, here's something to think about. As this market keeps expanding so rapidly, diversifying across all these different regions, think about how the increasing accessibility, the innovative uses of fermentation, how that might lead to entirely new industries, or maybe new solutions we haven't even conceived of yet. Things that are just beginning to emerge that could shake our future in, well, pretty unexpected ways. Ways we can only just start to imagine now.